Welcome back to Fiction First. Today, we delve into The Ministry of Time, Kaliane Bradley's highly anticipated debut novel published in 2024. Bradley, a British-Cambodian author, weaves a compelling tale that blends science fiction, historical fiction, romance, and espionage into a genre-defying masterpiece. Winner of the Harper's Bazaar and V.S. Pritchett Short Story Prizes in 2022, Bradley brings her sharp storytelling and profound insights into this gripping narrative. Through the eyes of an unnamed narrator and Victorian-era Commander Graham Gore, The Ministry of Time examines the complexities of love, identity, and power, exploring the moral dilemmas of time travel against a backdrop of shifting cultural and technological norms. Let's dive into this extraordinary novel and uncover its layers of intrigue and emotion. About the author. Kaliane Bradley, based in London, has a rich background in short fiction and essays published in Catapult, Electric Literature, and the Tangerine, among others. Her fascination with historical polar exploration, especially the ill-fated Franklin expedition of 1845, inspired The Ministry of Time. This debut novel began as a playful what-if scenario but evolved into a profound exploration of history's collision with modernity. Bradley's work grapples with themes of imperialism, climate change, and the complexities of human connection, making her an exciting voice in contemporary literature. Plot summary. The novel opens in 1847, where Commander Graham Gore, trapped in an Arctic expedition, stumbles upon a mysterious blue doorway that transports him to 21st century Britain. This moment spares his life but leaves him grappling with a world beyond his comprehension. In the present day, an unnamed narrator accepts a high-paying but enigmatic job with the Ministry, a covert government department that uses time travel to retrieve historical figures for a groundbreaking experiment. The Ministry's goal is to observe the physical and psychological effects of time displacement. The narrator becomes a bridge for Graham Gore, tasked with helping him adjust to modern life. Despite the cultural and technological chasm between them, the two form a deep bond. Graham's resilience and charm mask his inner turmoil, while the narrator's growing feelings complicate their professional relationship. Meanwhile, other expats, including Arthur from 1916 and Maggie from 1665, struggle to reconcile their identities with this unfamiliar era. Suspicious figures like the Brigadier and Celise loom, hinting at ulterior motives within the Ministry. When the narrator's handler, Quentin, uncovers unsettling secrets, his warnings are cut short by his sudden disappearance. As tensions rise, revelations about time travel's ethical costs surface. The narrator discovers that the Ministry's experiments have dark, exploitative underpinnings. A shocking twist reveals that Adela, her enigmatic new handler, is a future version of herself. The narrative crescendos in a series of betrayals, confrontations, and sacrifices, leaving the narrator and Graham irrevocably changed. The story ends with the narrator receiving a package from Graham, leading her on a personal quest to Alaska in hopes of finding him again. Themes and symbols. The non-linear nature of progress. Bradley critiques the idea of progress as inherently positive, showing how modern advances often carry unforeseen consequences. Graham's Victorian perspective casts a critical light on present-day societal and technological norms, revealing how some forms of progress exacerbate inequality and disconnection. The displacement of identity. Graham's leap through time forces a rupture in his identity, highlighting the psychological toll of being uprooted from one's historical and cultural context. His struggles symbolize the broader human challenge of adapting to change while retaining a sense of self. Ethical manipulation of time. The Ministry's control over time reflects the dangers of institutional power. The extraction of historical figures for experiments mirrors colonial exploitation, questioning the morality of using people as tools for scientific and political gain. Love across time and space. The romance between the narrator and Graham explores the fragility and resilience of love under extraordinary circumstances. Their connection is a poignant reminder of the timeless human need for intimacy and understanding. Symbols. The Ministry. The ministry symbolizes institutional control and colonial arrogance, with its unethical time travel experiments serving as a metaphor for historical exploitation. The Time Door. The blue doorway represents the allure and peril of technological advancement, embodying both opportunity and destruction. Letters and notes. Throughout the novel, written correspondence symbolizes attempts to bridge emotional and temporal divides, emphasizing the power of words to connect and heal. Character analysis. The narrator, the bridge. The narrator is a complex protagonist whose journey is one of emotional vulnerability and ethical awakening. Initially pragmatic, her deepening bond with Graham forces her to confront the ministry's dark truths and her role within its operations. Commander Graham Gore. A Victorian naval officer thrust into the modern world, Graham is the emotional core of the novel. His humor and adaptability contrast with his inner struggle to reconcile his values with a future that challenges his identity. Adela. Adela's revelation as the narrator's future self adds a layer of existential complexity. Her character represents the potential consequences of the narrator's choices, blending strength with a haunting sense of loss. Quentin. Quentin's paranoia and ultimate sacrifice underscore the ministry's corruption. His character highlights the human cost of institutional secrecy. The Brigadier and Celise, these shadowy figures embody the moral ambiguity of time travel. Their survival-driven actions force the narrator and Graham to confront the ethical limits of loyalty and self-preservation. Arthur and Maggie. As fellow expats, Arthur and Maggie provide nuanced perspectives on displacement. Their stories deepen the novel's exploration of belonging and identity across time. Why you should read The Ministry of Time. Kaliane Bradley's debut novel is a masterful blend of genres, offering humor, romance, and suspense within a thought-provoking narrative. Its rich themes, ranging from the ethics of time travel to the enduring power of love, make it a compelling read for fans of speculative and literary fiction alike. The characters are deeply human, their struggles both intimate and universal. With ratings of 4.1 on Amazon, 3.8 on Goodreads, and 3.9 on Barnes & Noble, readers are praising its originality and emotional depth. What would you do if faced with the power to rewrite history, or your own future? Would you risk everything for love, even across centuries? Find out by diving into The Ministry of Time. Check out the link in the description to grab your copy today. Thank you for joining us for this deep dive into The Ministry of Time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Fiction First for more engaging reviews and literary discussions. Until next time, happy reading.